Namaste Gurudevaya Sarvasiddhi Pradayine Sarvamagala Rupaya Sarvananda Vidyayine. Jay Sri Radheshyam and welcome. There is a very, very good question. Why the bad people have a good time in this planet? And why the good people seems to suffer more than the average? Why to do Dharma is more difficult than to do adharma? Why the bad people is in power and the good people is powerless? More or less, this is the status or is the reality of this world. It is something I have been asking myself for a long time. Lately, I have been getting to the point some years ago and my heart came in peace. But now we have the words of a Siddha Mahapurush, Sri Sri Vijay Krishna Goswami Prabhupada, one of the gurus of my heart. And we will read exactly what he said regarding to this topic. Why good people suffer and bad people is having so much good time and pleasure. Something is strange, right? This text is available on mahamantra.info. You can read it from there fully or to download as a PDF. The original is coming from the notes made by Kuladananda Brahmachari, Siddha Sadhu, and available on the book Sri Sri Sadguru Sangha Vol. 2, Biography of Sri Sri Vijay Krishna Goswami Prabhupada. In Kaliyuga, religious people suffer. Irreligious people find pleasure. Famine is a cause of peril. The name of Brahman in Kaliyuga, 12th of Kartik. Many people gather near Thakur in the morning today. After the reading of Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita, they asked Thakur, "The people who suffer the most in the samsara are the ones who do spiritual practice, take God's name, follow the path of truth, and are religious and kind-hearted. We find that those who resort to forgery, cheating, ruining others, and are hard-hearted without the least trace of religiosity live in happiness. What is the reason for this?" What a great question. Thakur, Sri Vijay Krishna Goswami, answer: "The king at present is Kali. There is no reward for being religious. You will be punished if you defy the king. If you resort to irreligiosity, it will mean obedience to him. If you do adharma, means that you are obedient to Kali Maharaj, Kali Yuga. How can you take shelter under Kali if you have allegiance to Satya, Tetra and Dwapar? One moving according to Kali will be rewarded." So, dear friends, that is the answer. Very clear, very sharp. But the way that Thakur is answering this is fantastic, wonderful, almighty, all-powerful. If we are following Dharma, then we are against Kali Maharaj, the king of this time, of this era. It means that we will be punished. But if we do adharma, the more adharmic we are, the better support of this Kali Yuga we will get. Now think about, just look around, look the newspapers, like the news on TV, check the leaders, and you will see. Nowadays, the gurus are YouTube superstars, when the very basic principle of a sadhu is that he must to avoid the view of the common people, because common people eyes will diminish their Shakti power. But today is a total different story, brothers and sisters. I am about to say, I will not say, but I am about to say that everything is somehow fake. But I am not saying that. I am just thinking. Kali is the king. So how will it do to follow the path of truth? One who can turn day into night and night into day will benefit in this yuga. Many such things are seen now. But does mean that God's kingdom has folded up? There is a story in the Mahabharata that as the rule of Kali started, the righteous people started suffering while the unrighteous remain happy. Those obeying Kali will stay happy, but when the subjects of Kali resort to extremely sinful acts, God will caution them initially. If they don't desist, He will bring various punishments like famine, epidemic, and so forth. Actually, famine and epidemic is what is going on everywhere, created by the very agents of Kali, possible, but it still is there. If such things still do not stop, He will descend to destroy the unrighteous. Subjects of Kali will be destroyed by excessive rain, drought, famine, epidemic, flood, and earthquake. After a pause, Thakur wrote again. By the way, in this time, Sri Vijay Krishna Goswami was not speaking, not pronouncing words, no at all. He was only answering and speaking through paper. He wrote on papers. This is a high-level sadhu, yes? Earlier, no widespread famine has taken place in this country, Bharat. The features of famine are like goals. On seeing it, it appears that the country has become full of ghosts, spirits, and ghouls. It is mentioned in the Mahabharata that when there was famine, the sages survived by consuming algae. Being weakened by hunger, Vishwamitra had stolen rotten flesh from a chandal, and as he was about to eat it after offering, the gods, including Indra, came, forbade him, and then showered rain. Meat eating was in vogue in those days. There were other foods too, like wheat, paddy, and fruits. Famine appears in quick succession when people get used to a single type of food. That is what is going to happen in Kali. Because of the sin of the people, they will reduce the variety of available foods. Productivity of the land will diminish. Cows will yield less milk. That is why famine will be repetitive. If people invoke God, only then will relief and welfare come. Question: what is the cause of famine in the present times? Answer: famine arises easily these days because goods are not longer exchanged as there were earlier. Business used to be fixed, but now it is not so. The majority of people are engaged in service instead of self-employment or craft. As many industries have sprung up near Calcutta, no one goes from agricultural work, and they buy rice with money instead, earning handsomely in the railways, mines, etc. The cultivators of earlier times are forgetting cultivation. They think they can always buy rice with money. Cultivation is happening only in some places like Burdwan, Birdhum, Noakhali, Barishal, Rangpur, Mymensingh, Tripura, and Chittagong. That rice is distributed across the whole of Bengal. How will the price of rice come down? On the top of that, rice is exported to England. Question: what type of mantra for initiation is prescribed for the liberation of Kali's beings, Kaliyivas? Thakur: initiation in the name of Brahman is needed in Kaliyuga. Beings of Kali have no other way. This is what Mahadev told Parvati. But it is to be ascertained whether the heart is ready to be initiated according to his advice. That is why only those who believe in Mahanirvan Tantra to be the word of God will be able to follow this advice. We remember that Sri Vijay Krishna Goswami Prabhupada, to Swayam Bhagavan, he called the Brahman in somehow, and under his view, to say Krishna or Brahman is exactly the same in terms of concept. Krishna is the full, complete absolute, and the Brahman is the complete absolute as well. Here we are not speaking or not taking it as a monistic idea, but in the actually truly sense of what Brahman is. Brahman is just an expansion of Krishna, a form of Krishna, or the known form of Krishna, but still it is. It cannot exist without the full power of Krishna, right? So here we have the explanation by Vijay Krishna Goswami on why bad people do good in economy and in success, in popularity. Bad people, but the good people is upside down. It's very strange, you see. Sanatana Goswami Pad having very ugly disease in his skin. So many sadhus, quality sadhus, have a very harsh life. Counting Sriman Mahaprabhu, Sriman Nityananda Prabhu. If we speak of Haridas Thakur Namacharya, how much they really suffer. Ramakrishna Paramahamsa used to sing a song that I'm not sure if this is a Bengali song, Gaudiya, or he created this song, but he chant, Alas, alas, alert, alert, there is Nitai Gauranga coming. They are exchanging love, prem, supreme divine love, for insults, punches, and more. Be aware, there is Nitai Gauranga, giving love and taking as exchange insults, abuse, and hits. How sad is that, really? But in the other hand, even if this reality is like this opens a beautiful gate to understand, finally, this is not my place. I want nothing to do with this Kaliyuga time. Not even Satya Yuga or Tetra Yuga, because there are also corrupt Brahmins, demons getting almighty, etc. Nothing of that, nothing of this material world. Not from the heaven, not from the hell, not from this platform. It's time to do Nam Jap constantly and to achieve the lotus feet of Nitai Gauranga Radheshyam. I hope you enjoy. As always, do what is correct. What is correct? We're in YouTube. Support. Like, share, leave your comment. Thank you very much.